Have you ever played dead? It sounds like something suited to the playground, not the battleground. Hi, I'm Donovan Bixley, and these are some of the true stories behind my Flying Furballs books. Canadian ace Major Billy Barker earned more medals than any other pilot in the British Empire, including the Victoria Cross. Only 2 weeks before the end of World War I, Barker was involved in one of the greatest dogfights in all of history. Flying alone on the 27th of October 1918, Barker flew into a circus, 2 enemy squadrons totaling more than 15 fighters. Amazingly, Barker shot down 6 aircraft and lived to tell the tale. During the dogfight, Barker was twice knocked unconscious, and both times the enemy pilots thought he was dead. You can imagine how surprised they were to have Barker regain consciousness and come back on the attack only seconds later. A similar scene happens in Flying Furballs Book 4, Most Wanted, when our hero Claude Debonair is completely outnumbered by enemy fighters. Except, in Flying Furballs, Claude is just playing dead. Playing dead was a real trick used by some of the top World War I fighter pilots. If a pilot was caught in a losing dogfight, they would simply slump over their controls and plummet towards the ground as if they had been shot. When the enemy gave up the chase, the pilot would pull up at the last minute and fly to safety. When Claude tries this trick in Flying Furballs, he discovers that he really has been hit. One of the cables which control the plane has been shot through, and Claude's going to crash. Claude stands on the wing to leap free of the plane and discovers that he can control the aircraft by shifting his weight up and down on the aileron. Unbelievably, this scene is inspired by a real event. Legendary New Zealand World War I fighter ace Major Keith Caldwell was fighting in a huge furball involving around 60 aircraft when he had a mid-air collision. As he spun uncontrollably towards the ground, Caldwell managed to stop his aircraft from spinning, but he was still going to crash. He climbed out of the cockpit and operated the controls while standing on the wing. As his plane skimmed over the trenches at 100 miles an hour, Caldwell leapt clear just before the plane hit the ground. Caw! What a hair-raising escape! Everyone thought he must have died. Imagine how surprised his squadron were when their commanding officer walked into the barracks that night. Join me next time for more unbelievable true tales behind the Flying Furballs books. Get your paws on all the hair-raising Flying Furballs adventures.